All right, so we called it. Okay, this show was clearly a what if episode, and they expanded for the whole series. That's my hypothesis. There's no evidence online, but everything that came out in episode 9 and 10 leaves breadcrumbs of things that we saw in the what if series, right? Especially when you look at the Watcher scenes, I still believe like this character, Lonnie Tombstone, could have been swapped out for Aaron Davis, the original Prowler, to bring in Miles Morales in like season 4 or 5. It's just like helping yourselves out in the future. But overall, his development was good. Great parts in this series, but you know, I might be your black internet friend, so let me help you out. This guy right here don't make no sense. Anybody in the real world that lives the life that he's living don't operate the way he operates. Now, what do I mean by that? Lonnie had a future. He could have been a superstar football player, a genius in the fields of science and education, until he crossed paths with this guy. I don't even know his name, but regardless, this bald head man literally derailed Lonnie's future, which doesn't happen. Anybody who lives in like a low income black neighborhood, there are corners of where those type of individuals operate, but they don't drag down the whole community. They're isolated. The only way you get into like gangs, selling drugs and all of that crap is if you seek it out to make money. So if Lonnie had to make money, then, you know, that connection can work because he's desperate. He needs something. These drug dealers are making fast money, so let's go make some fast money. But the fact that Lonnie finds a sense of purpose hanging around him without the case of money being made does not make sense. People ain't moving like that. And the crazy thing about it, I don't know if they just propped him up or if he literally wrote all these episodes. He foreshadowed like he created the world, but Jeff Tramiel is the creator of this animated series, The Black Man. I don't know his background like that. I'm not mad at him. I would like an interview. I would like to have a conversation. But the dynamic of Lonnie and his little gangster friend, you just set us back. And when I say us, I'm talking about Black History Month. What is we doing? That's a side note. This psycho comes back and he's the best villain thus far. He's more scary than any Green Goblin iteration that I ever had in my life, okay? I like the Scorpion. It makes me think about like the live action Scorpion every time I see him. The ruthlessness in his nature, the way he interact with his like gang and the opposition, as well as Spider-Man, I'm here for it. I can understand why that man was freaking to freak out. You know what I'm saying? Another great. Nico. She did all that pissing and moaning to Peter like, oh, why you didn't tell me you was Spider-Man? Whole time, this trick is a demon. You know what I'm saying? I thought she was gonna find out that she was a demon or some crap like that, but yeah, she's basically Raven, like I called it. Nico Minoru. Now here's the thing. Why the heck is this type of character in Spider-Man? I don't freaking know. We just want people to get punched in the face and web sling. You know what I'm saying? We don't need all this sorcery magic crap in a cornerstone. It's like you could tell that Jeff or whoever is helping him write the episodes love this character, Nico Minoru, and found a clever way to mesh this storyline with Spider-Man so you kind of see two of these characters come to life. Now, I might say I'm sounding like I'm moaning and whining and stuff like that, but it's not that. I'm just speaking truth to power. A lot of people's complaining about him being dipped in chocolate, but nobody complaining about how we got to see the origin stories of Tombstone and Nico Minoru when we only wanted to see Spider-Man. I don't like the contradiction. I want to see the hate for everybody, okay? That's why I got to throw my little spaz out there, but I'm back. I'm reeling it back in. Here's the greatest parts of it. I like the fact that season 1 of this show is a loop. Episode 10 and episode 1 happens at the same time in different timelines is a beautiful thing. That is what we need the MCU to be doing. Make God doggone a movie from the past and the present movie happen at the same time. Endgame and Avengers 2012 happens at the same time. Low key, not low key the character, but you get what I'm saying, right? Low key, basically that happens at the same time. So it plays with the brains like, oh snap, this is happening in the background. I like that feeling. They mastered that in this. Also introducing like the Venom in this whole section makes sense too. I like that they like playing with science a little bit. So if they ever decide to go cosmic or bring in Fantastic Four, it doesn't feel unfamiliar with the characters that we have thus far. They also set up Superior Spider-Man to be foreshadowed in this world. Nico Minoru was talking about how about Peter make like this think tank where young inventors come together and like bring technology to the world. And if you don't know that much about the comics, that is Superior Spider-Man. And based off how they're treating Norman Osborn as well as Dr. Ock, I can see it happen. If you don't know much about that world, Doc Ock found a way to take over Peter Parker's body. So it's like Peter Parker thinking like an evil genius, and he creates a company that makes $1 jillion. But the whole problem is really Doc Ock that's running the show, and it's not Peter Parker himself. I don't read comics like that. Let me just be honest with you. I be watching hold on, let me show you. Shout out to him. I be watching like Comics Explained, because my man love comic books and he like breaks them down the best way to me. So I just let him do his thing and I'll watch it and I'll be up to date on stuff. So if you need to know Spider-Man, go ahead and look up my boy real quick. But I am excited to see how they're going to bring that to life, because that's like a storyline that they could put on the big screen if they wanted to. But I don't think it's so out of there that I never thought they would actually attempt to. So this TV show doing it makes the best sense. Kingpin was not part of the show, so clearly they lied or they was just misinformed on that aspect of things. I don't know. But I was looking for that tie-in somewhere. I thought he was going to bring the Tombstone character to life, but I liked the way they wrapped it up when it came to Tombstone. And, you know, it's 2 last hits that I really wanted to go over. This is one of them, not the biggest thing, but it might be biggest to you. How the heck is Peter Parker's father alive? I don't know. Why is he not being a character in his day-to-day life? Who to say? Clearly, they doing the pivot to like the Ultimate Spider-Man version of Peter Parker, where his parents are like spies. People think they died, but they're like undercover working for S.H.I.E.L.D. or some crap like that. But the situation that they put Peter in when he finds out this news that his father is alive and Aunt May has been lying to him this whole time, it's like, how do you write yourself out of that? How would Peter trust his Aunt May? But I'm assuming that will come out when, you know, Peter get hit with this venom goo and he's already off his rocker. So I like that aspect. Now here's another aspect that really is like tripping me out. How is this possible? I don't freaking know. Help me in the comment section. The spider that bit Peter in episode 1 is the spider that was injected with Peter Parker's blood. So how does that work? It's like a paradox, which makes me think, how did Tom get his powers? What spider bit him? Because we did not go over this at all. The whole time we knew this man. Like, what spider bit him? We just know a super spider bit him. What lab created the spider that bit this man? That's the biggest, like, question mark. Which makes me think, when Spider-Man 4 comes out, there could be a paradox in that movie.
The challenges we're facing and the time in which we need to get that done is a tall order, but definitely achievable. With the fantastic people we have working on it now.
The actor then said that he recently read a draft of the script for the next Spider-Man movie.
We have
a
creative and a pitch and a draft, which is excellent. Writers are doing a great job, and it really like lit a fire in me.
He went on to share that he and his co-star and girlfriend Zendaya actually read it together.
And we at times were like bouncing around the living room like, this is a real movie worthy of like the fans' respect.
I'm excited to see season 2 of Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man, and I'm excited to see what themes and elements from that show that Tom Holland's Spider-Man will pick up. Stay tuned in. We're gonna go over Invincible on this channel as well, because they cooking.
No, what are you waiting for? Do it! Make your dreams come true! Just do it!